Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Jesse, back again with another great video. This time I'm gonna talk about music from when I was growing up. I'm a big time metalhead, death metal, black metal, and besides Star Wars music, totally love that. But I wanted to go back on some tapes that my mom sent me back home. She found them in my room, like in my old room, in a box. So she wanted to send me my stuff. I do have a majority of my stuff here at home, but she sent me whatever was left over at the house that I completely forgot. So here's some of my cassettes and a little, history on what kind of stuff I like and what I used to like. Well, mainly what I still like, but anyway, so here's for all you metalheads, death metal fans, Internal Bleeding demo. I bought this at Wild Rags in California. I'm not sure if it was Whittier. I don't even remember what city it was. But look at this. This is all broken, but Internal Bleeding. This album was freaking awesome. I love death metal, black metal. I prefer black metal, but depending who it is. I like Cannibal Corpse, Napalm Death. Well, they're kind of like grind, but look at that. Early 90s, this came out. Obituary, Suffocation. I'm into. There you go, Wild Rags. Yeah, Whittier. No longer there. But this album was freaking cool. They came out with a few CDs over the last, 10, 20 years. Not a lot, but they are really, really good band. The only original member I think is a guitar player. But check them out, young ones. If you guys are barely getting into metal, death metal, and you can find this anywhere. Not the cassette itself, but there's YouTube and there's other services provided that you can find it. So once again, Eternal Bleeding. I think they have a total of 2 demos. I think it's 2 demos. I can't remember, but get a listen to them, guys. Check this out. Now, this next cassette, gosh, I love Anthrax. So when this album came out in 1990, 89 or 1990, everyone says they have a soundtrack to their summer, to whatever it is, but this is the soundtrack to my life. When I was younger, when I was 9th grade or something like that, when I heard this, I heard of Anthrax before, but when I bought this album, it just blew my mind away, and I had to learn every song on the guitar for that. And I still play, but being a family man working a full-time job, kind of hard to come home and play. You have homework and dinner you gotta make. So anyways, this album was just insanely good. The production was awesome. The drums on it. Charlie is an amazing drummer. Scotty, and great rhythm guitar player. Danny Spitz is amazing solo player, guitar solo player, and Frankie Bello, great bass player. The bass is awesome on this. I love it. The vocals on this is, man, they totally rock this album. So here is the inlay of the cassette. There you go, Joey Belladonna. I completely forgot his name. So there's the inlay, and this album was just, I had that shirt too. Lyrics. There you go. All the lyrics to all the songs. Now my favorite song is still In My World, because that song just spoke to me, just like being a young guy, rebel, and long hair, and just wanting to be left alone. And this whole album was just classic, just awesome. Time, God, the guitar solo on that one. Belly the Beast is awesome. Got the Time. This whole album, this whole cassette, I played it over and over and over and over, and it's just, I miss this music. And you know, I have the CDs, I have them on digital files, but just going back and holding the cassette again, it brings back a lot of those memories. You know, walking to school, coming home, walking at night, going to the movies, going out with your friends, girlfriend. It's just like bringing a lot of memories. I had this shirt also, but it's just, what a fantastic album. This is a great album here. I got this as a gift from in high school, because I love, you know, music and guitars, and a friend got this actually for me. It's spy music, and it has a James Bond theme, and there's a lot of really cool songs in here. Secret Agent Man, Peter Gunn. So let's go ahead and look at the inlay for this. Goldfinger. That's a really good song. Goldfinger. And see, when cassettes came out like this was even so much better, that instead of one little piece of inlay with no lyrics, no information, or anything like that, it was really crappy. But this was so much better when it had something with it. But luckily, I still talk to my friend who gave me this. Thank you. So, oh wow. Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction. Takes me way back, the memories. You know, obviously this is, you know, this, a lot of songs here, Sweet Child of Mine, Paradise City, get a lot of radio play. A lot, so you guys are familiar with them. So now another of my favorite albums is Spreading the Disease. Armed and Dangerous, Medusa are like my two favorite songs on there. Well, wait a minute. And Madhouse, another really great album. Madhouse was really rocking, and Medusa was pretty awesome too. Armed and Dangerous starts off pretty slow with the acoustic guitar, and then it starts rocking out with the heaviness and all that. But 1985, 1986. I don't have the cassette holder, but all right. Next is Queensryche. Queen of the Reich. Oh man, and Knight Rider. Whew. These songs were freaking awesome. There you go. And this is, like I was saying, I think this was an EP, that's why. I don't remember, but there you go. No lyrics, no nothing. Queen of the Reich. God, I love that song. Go ahead and go on YouTube and look up Queen of the Reich. Such a good song, but corny video. It's pretty funny. And obviously, Anthrax has some videos out. They have a lot, so you'll be able to find them too. They have Madhouse. I think that's the only video that they did for this album, was Madhouse. So let's go ahead. Next one. Alright, this one is... This was probably like 10 years old. Cannibal Corpse, Kill. This came out in, let's see if I can find it, 2006. So I might have let my brother use it or let him hear it. But this is another good album. There you go. I think this was when Jack Owen left. think this was a CD that when Jack Owen left, you had Rob Barrett come back in, because he used to be in the band before. Another great CD. Love Cannibal Corpse. There's the CD right there. Alright, so close that up. Van Halen, Diver Down. This is another good cassette. A lot of great songs on here. But one thing's for sure, I hate Pretty Woman. I cannot stand that song. It just drives me nuts. So overplayed on the radio. But Dancing in the Streets, Little Guitars, the intro and Little Guitars is so cool. Such a great song. But it's a really good cassette. That is all yellow and there's a cassette. I know I have a cassette player somewhere in the house, but I'm not gonna go ahead and look for it right now. Put that to the side. Pantera. God, what a great band. Too bad Dimebag and his brother passed away. Gosh, what these guys were awesome, but it was a cool VHS tape. Funny as hell. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube. Bought this used for $5.95 at Amoeba Records in Hollywood, I think. I don't even know if they're still there. Another great piece. And I remember buying this one, $25 VHS back then. This was Live Intrusion, Slayer, when they had Paul Bostaph play drums because Dave Lombardo left. So there it is. This was a really cool VHS tape. You know, watching it back then was really great. Now you can find it on, once again, YouTube. You'll be able to find it there. 213 is a real good song. Jeffrey Dahmer and all that stuff. It was mainly about his apartment. But I bought this at the warehouse. I think I was in Eagle Rock, California. I bought it there. Go to the next one. Insanity. This is another death metal band. And another cassette that I bought at Wild Rags. And the cassettes back then at Wild Rags were like $5. Shamham Farash, that song was freaking awesome. So heavy. I mean, and the production on it was really well done. I mean, really well done for just being a demo. And I think these guys came out with 1 or 2 albums. And once again, you know where to find them. That is side. Oh, well, same program. Side A and B are the same. So this is the type of music I listen to still, even though I work in a kind of I work in a workers' comp environment kind of thing, and people are just like, oh my God, I can't believe you listen to this type of music. Are you a devil worshiper? No, I'm not a devil worshiper. It's just music that I like. I love this type of music, and that's it. I mean, what else is there to say? All right. Next is Alice in Chains. Man in the Box was a really great song. Got a lot of radio airplay. Man in the Box was awesome. And you know, to be honest, I haven't heard this album in so long. I mean, really, I forgot the other songs were on. What other songs were good in here? Columbia. Yeah, I remember in my room having my headphones on, like everyone else who puts their headphones on, pressing play, and just hearing the first song come on, and just being like, oh man, so cool. And just, you know, going on your own trip and not just a care in the world, being young and not worried about anything. I mean, I just try to stay out of trouble. That was my job. I don't want to get my ass kicked by my mom, my grandma, but I mean, I just cared about having a good time, girls, and rock and roll, guitar playing. My aunt took me to buy this one, Motley Crue. Back then, if you were listening to death metal and more extreme metal like Obituary, Napalm Death, Slayer, you were considered a poser by listening to Motley Crue, which I didn't go by the stupid stereotypes. So another good band, another great album, Dr. Feelgood. Dr. Feelgood, Without You, Kickstart My Heart are just awesome. I mean, this whole album's awesome, but those are like my favorite songs. Same Old Situation is another great song. Don't Go Away Mad. I think off of this album there's probably 1, 2, maybe 4 videos for this album. And then, you know, when you open it, you know, my aunt was like, oh my god, you look crazy. This isn't music. Yes, it is. It's great music. There's the inlays again. You know. And I don't have any here, but you know, some albums, I gotta get them. I think they're in the house or somewhere. Yes, this is not a metal album, but I know. But this one was one that my mom sent me, and that was left behind also. The wrestling album, Hulk Hogan's theme, but this theme isn't as the one that's the Hulk Hogan's theme that we know. The Hulk Hogan's theme that we know is Derringer. It was Real American Wyndham and Rotundo's theme. I'm not sure how Hogan got that, but Land of a Thousand Dances, that's a great song. I still don't know how Hogan got that anthem song. I gotta find out. And things like this compilations, they didn't get any lyric sheets or anything like that. So, as a gigantic Star Wars fan that I am, I would, I bought the soundtracks, of course, on cassette. Look at this. Isn't that cool? Cassette 1, cassette 2. This was a special edition, and God, these were so much great memories. 1997. I met my girlfriend in 1996, and 2 years later, got married. Still married. These are the inlays, and this is what I mean. Even like the CDs or the cassettes, they stuck with the same. Let's go look on the other side. Sorry for the light. I'm trying to get this zoomed in. So let's put this one away. Let's go to cassette number 2. Cassette number 2. go. Darth Vader, I Am Your Father. I would go to bed listening to the soundtracks before I moved out on my own. Star Wars. Okay, now this is not Incubus, a rock band that's been around for a while. This is actually like a thrash metal band. Really, really cool album. Haven't heard this in years, so many years. 1990. You know, like there's some, yeah, there's the lyrics there. The dudes are right there. Yo, what's up? Hardcore. Oh, got it upside down. What the hell? But this is a sheet, and look them up, guys. I mean, if you guys never heard of any of these bands, I'm sure you have, but Incubus, beyond yellow. But next time I'll do a part 2 of the videos. I'll show you guys some of my Marduk. That's an awesome black metal band. Totally love Marduk. Gene Simmons, solo. And can't believe he sang Wish You Upon a Star. Radioactive's okay, but didn't really care for this album. Radioactive. It's alright. Now, if you're from LA, Lepra. These guys were freaking killer album. They disappeared right after this, and then recently they came out with a new video, and they played about a few months back in LA. I think it was in September. They played in somewhere, not sure, Hollywood or somewhere like that. Gangrena, right here. That was another band. That was awesome. I don't have any other album or their demo, but this, I still, you know, I actually still listen to this day. On my, I have it on a computer, but I haven't, you know, heard the cassette in a while. Excruciating Terror, another death metal band. Really good demo. But this, like, the sounding on this sounds like it was recorded at home. Look at that. Oh, isn't that cool? You guys don't send any letters to the addresses. They probably don't even live there anymore. Look at that. Grindcore. Yes. And here's the... And that's how they would, you know... I'll just do that. And this is how they shop their music around. They make demos and then you sell them. And then if you wanted them at a party, you either call them, send them a letter, and they'll get right back to you. Paranoid. Or is it Conquest for Eternity? I think that was a good song. Paranoid also. Excruciating Terror. Anthrax. Attack of the Killer Bees. This was an EP back in the day. This was before Joey, the singer, and Danny Spitz left. Yeah, I think this was right after they those two left. But this is just an EP album. No new songs or anything like that. And a couple of live stuff and nice NFB, nice effing ballad. That's probably, I think that was probably like the only newest song there. But there's actually two of them. This one would had swearing on it, and there was another one, the exact same thing. So if anyone swore, there was like bees, like a buzzing sound. And I remember getting one, and I was like, I didn't realize what I got until I got home, and I was like, why is there a bunch of buzzing sounds of bees? There we go. Attack of the Killer Bees. To me, I mean, a lot of music has changed, and you know, you have all these older new bands, and but you know what? Nothing beats the classics, right? Nothing. Another LA band, Cancerous Factor. I seen them once in Chinatown, Hong Kong Low Cafe. I think that's what it was. But a lot of death metal bands, grind bands, would go there. If you want to see bands one night, head over to Hong Kong Low Cafe, and upstairs it was just like rocking. I mean, it was awesome. You buy their demos and all that stuff. And you can find, like, once again, you can find this online. One of those go see bands was awesome. It was really great. Sure it is now still, but Wild Rags again. Alright guys, so we're coming towards the end of the video, and this one is just one of my favorite Iron Maiden albums. Peace of Mind, Die With Your Boots On, The Trooper, Where Eagles Dare. All phenomenal songs. This whole album's phenomenal. Eddie, the mascot. So there's the cassette. Pretty worn out. When I was in school, there was this girl. Pretty, she was cute, but a so-called friend of mine, he decided to write a poem for her, and as she was telling me, there we go. So as she told me, he wrote me a poem, and I was like, well, can I read it? I would like to see what he put. She was like, okay. So as soon as I started reading, and right here, take a look in the pool, and what do you see? I was reading it all the way up until Don't Believe Me, which is right there. I was like, wait a minute. And I was in front of her friends and a few of my friends. I go, wait a minute. This is an Iron Maiden song. Why is he writing this to you? And she was like, no, it's not. You guys are lying. You're lying. I go, no, it's not. I'll play the song if you want. So then she believed me. I always like the figure in the back. That was awesome. And then, yeah, I know. I didn't do the bro code thing. So, but you know, I was kind of didn't care anymore because this dude was a damn liar for everything. So I told her, you know, it's not a poem. It's a few lyrics from Iron Maiden. So she got all mad, and then he came up to me. He was like, dude, why'd you tell her it was, you know, from Iron Maiden? I was like, why in the hell you lying to her then? I mean, if you're going to write something, write it from the heart. But I was just kind of growing tired of this guy, and he was just not the friend that I thought he was. So I don't know what happened to him, but I don't care. So that's Iron Maiden. And the last one, the Transformers. You know, and this is a real good album too. The, you know, Stan Bush, The Touch. You had Instruments of Destruction, Dare, Dare to Be Stupid, and then the Transformers song, Hunger. It was another. Those are some really rocking tunes. I mean, really, really good. There it is. Man, I kept everything nice and clean. That's what happens when you have OCD, I guess. As a kid too. So it just tells you the name of the songs. And once again, when it's like a compilation album, it just you just look at the songs and who recorded on it, and that's about it. But you guys check this out. You can find it anywhere. Another great album. I love that album. So guys, so that's, you know, part of my life. You know, the music I listen to: rock, death metal, black metal, grind. This is what I listen to. This is what I like. I will always like. So, there we go. I will always listen to metal. I'm always a Star Wars fan. I will be a Star Wars fan till the day I die. I'll listen to metal. I don't listen to Britney Spears. I don't listen to Taylor Swift. I don't listen to the Katy Perry crap. This is me. This is what I like. Horns up. May the force be with you all.